Okay, so high chances are you've probably already seen this news, but there has been another letter to the community on March 20th, 2025. And it basically just says, Hello, Pokemon TCG Live community. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. So, yeah, I'm already filling the video up with filler. But basically, there is going to be a new game mode coming to Pokemon TCG Live. So it is just one new game mode, technically, and that's important to remember because we're not getting these things individually or permanently. Like what I mean is like we're going to get them individually, yes, but it's only going to be like one or two at a time, I think, is how it's going to work. So yeah, it's a new game mode and it's called Trainer Trials. So as you can see here from the screenshot, there's got standard, trainer trials, and expanded beta, which is I can see why this is getting a lot of people salty already because like why are they focusing on adding a new game mode when expanded's not even being added in the full, but we'll talk more about that as we go on throughout this video. But yeah, Trainer Trials is a brand new game mode available within the casual matchmaking tab that offers rotating deck building challenges to change up how trainers play the Pokemon TCG. So it is going for casual, so you won't get like any ranked points for this. And it is rotating deck building. And I think they're doing this deliberately to just like test the waters and also kind of avoid like formats and best decks being established, that kind of thing. I think they just want to avoid that in general, just for now. And we'll have to see where this goes in the future. But it is rotating deck building for now. So trainer trials, yes, tests trainers' deck building prowess. That's a mouthful within a limited time frame. So that's what I meant by like rotating, while also allowing some cards that may not normally see much play in standard a chance to shine. The formats range from setting the maximum number of copies of a single card a deck can play, all the way to supporting the Gym Leader Challenge format with TCG Live's card pool. Yeah, so we're getting GLC. Now, for some reason, when you scroll down to the GLC thing, it says cards only from the Black and White series onwards. But for some reason, it says with TCG Live's card pull up here. Yeah, it's a bit of misinformation on their part. I'm genuinely not sure what it means by this. Are we like just getting GLC as it is currently with expanded, or will it be the exception here? Will it go all the way back to Black and White? It's not super clear here, but the news is we are actually getting a Gym Leader Challenge format, at least temporarily, on TCG Live, which I see as a major win. So that's really, really cool. Have some fun ideas for the future, trials, let us know here on the official Pokemon forums. Okay, so if you have your own suggestions, then you can leave them there. But I would advise everyone just to spam saying that Gym Leader Challenge should be added as an official format and full expanded to that extent as well. So yeah. Trainer trials will update on Thursdays at 10 a.m., whatever time zone that is. 17, okay, so 5. I really need to learn my time zones. 5, okay, so 10 or 5, okay. With all trials, we're just going to move on from that. With all trials other than the one available in week 9, lasting for 2 weeks each. As a reminder, standard rotation hits TCG Live on Thursday, March 27th, so actually in 6 days' time. That's a bit scary. So decks made for trainer trials on March 26th or 27th may not be legal, as trials will often use the standard card pool by default. Often. So the full schedule for Scarlet and Violet Journey Together can be found below. So week 1 and 2 is Singleton Showdown. It's standard. And the trial rules are only one copy of each card is allowed except for basic energy. Now, I've actually done a few videos on the Singleton format. I did one where I just covered a Singleton deck profile because I thought it'd be a fun idea. And I also did a video where I actually looked at a Singleton tournament. Now, that video is pretty much out of date anyway because that involved things like V-Stars, which of course are going to rotate. So, that's not super useful. If you don't want to look back on it, that's absolutely fine. But, I do think Singleton has a lot of potential. Yeah, it often gets overshadowed by GLC, which is very similar, of course. But Singleton, I do think, has some merits. Just expect, like, everyone to be running Pheasantipity and stuff like that. But, yeah, Singleton honestly sounds like a lot of fun. So I'll be giving that a go. Also, week 3 and 4, we have Twin Battle, which is also standard. And that is basically just Singleton, except it's now 2 cards. So each card must appear exactly twice, except for basic energy. So yeah, it's just Singleton, except you can run 2 copies. So, draw engines like Xatu or, like the new Kilowattrel, they're going to be really good in this format, I think. So yeah, 2-2 line basically of every Pokemon that you want to run. So stage twos are going to still be quite annoying to play, like as a 2-2-2 line. But you'll be able to run things like 2-2 copies of like all the good support Pokemon, which is good. So Twin Battle, again, sounds like a lot of fun. And then we get to the good stuff. So week 5 to 6 is GLC. And the card pool are only cards from the Black and White series onwards. So like what's that about? Like I also don't think there's yeah, all the bans here would suggest it's actually not from Black and White. It's from like Sun and Moon onward, basically. Is there any XY cards in here? No. Okay, so yeah, there's no XY or Black and White cards in here. So I'm assuming this will just be GLC rules, except it will just be Sun and Moon expanded. But take that with a grain of salt until we've got more concrete information on this. But yeah, week 5 and 6 is GLC, which is really cool. Hopefully we can get some more people interested in this format. And then week 7 to 8, so way off into the future now, this is the Silver Series. And the card pool rules are only cards from the Scarlet and Violet series. And the trial rules are common, uncommon, and rare cards only. And cards with a rule box are not allowed. Now, I have actually looked at a Scarlet and Violet single prize only tournament once before. Once or twice, actually. I think there was a one for 151, and there was a one for the base set. And both of them were really cool, honestly. Like, I do think Dodrio is going to be a bit broken in this format. Just a fair warning. Dodrio is going to be really good. What's it called? What's it called? It's like the lightning type basic from the first set. The one that does like more damage for every lightning type Pokemon you bench. I think that'll be really good. The Patrice, I think it's called. And there's also going to be like the new Rotom that's going to come out in the next set. Oh, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank here. I think Dondozo might be an uncommon, but we'll have to see. But yeah, Silver Series, a way off yet into the future, but yeah, very, very cool. Looking forward to this. And then we have the CU Cup Expanded, bit of an odd name there. And this card pool is expanded, and its trial rules are common and uncommon only, which sounds really cool. But I do think there's a lot of like fairly powerful expanded uncommons now. So like Lunatone and Solrock are probably going to dominate this one if I had to take a guess. But interesting nonetheless. As a content creator, this is like great news for me because it just means I can experiment in all of these formats and do lots of different videos, hopefully. It is only a 2-week period, so I'm going to have to like get a move on and certainly try and rejig some video schedules. But it basically just means I don't have to rely on standard content. And really to that extent, I guess the regular GLC videos I do, but I would still try and keep up with doing them. So yeah, we are getting some GLC actual gameplay on the channel, which is yeah, it feels crazy to think about. But what's more surprising is we're getting all of this and we're not getting like full expanded yet. That just feels a bit weird to me, but it's still kind of cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to trying these all out. So, 2 steps forward, maybe 2 or 3 steps back, but it's still cool. Also, some other TCG Live evolutions. I'm pretty sure this is all just stuff that's been introduced recently. So yeah, avatar, emote muting, automatic prize selection, match timer option, and card movement. That's all stuff that's that's current. Like we already have this. But yeah, additionally, with the release of Scarlet and Violet Journey Together, this is like where the new news starts again. On March 27th, we'll be introducing more quests, more rewards. So a third daily quest is now available in the Battle Pass. This is huge. So now it's way, way easier to get points and clear the Battle Pass, which is great. Also, quest rewards have been increased from 45 trainer points to 100, which is great. I think 45 trainer points is the crystals, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're renamed crystals. I think. It's either this or the XP that you actually need for the Battle Pass, but I'm pretty sure this might be just crystals, and we'll have to see though. Ranked ladder theming updates. The Pokemon visually representing each tier within leagues have been updated. Any Stomp fans out there? Okay, that's a nice visual change, I guess. So renamed ranked ladder leagues. While functionality remains the same, the league names have been updated. Trainers will now begin their journey in Nest League, so I'm guessing that's like in comparison to Pokemon eggs evolving or something, and like Nest Ball, I guess. Then advancing through Quick League, Poke League, Great League, Ultra League, and finally Master League. Once a trainer is out of Nest League, they will only ever reset back to the beginning of Quick League, which I thought that was already a thing, by the way, but okay, maybe it's not. While the name of the league is changing to more accurately describe trainers who reach it, Arceus will remain the visual representation of the Master League. Why? Like, what? Why are you renaming it if you're just going to keep using... Oh, never mind. Okay, moving on. and points will continue to be referred as Arceus points. Like, what was the point of renaming it Master League? Like, what was the point? Okay, whatever. As always, many card issues have also been corrected. Check out the full details on the new version patch notes. We're continuously working to resolve issues that are affecting large numbers of trainers, with more fixes coming in future updates. So that's another huge concern going into these events. Well, these like trials, I guess, is that there's probably going to be an absolute, I swear there, a large amount of bugs, shall we say, is a nice, yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. I think we'll honestly see a ton of bugs for this. I hope we don't. I hope it's a rare fluke incidence where there's just no bugs for this. It's all hunky dory. It all works out great, and GLC works fine, and all the rest of them work fine. But the track record for TCG Live updates isn't exactly golden. So I'm just gonna hold some reservations that it'll be smooth. But yeah, also there was this news which I haven't talked about before, so I may as well go over it. Overnumbered crafting updates. So as mentioned previously, I haven't covered this, but yeah, this has been talked about before. Starting with the Scarlet and Violet Journey Together set, overnumbered cards won't be exchangeable for trade credits until 6 months after their release date on TCG Live, which is a bit rough as someone who likes to craft a few of these if I can get the spare credits. But yeah, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. Overnumbered cards are any cards not part of the main set of an expansion. For recent sets, that means rarities such as illustration rares, ultra rares, special illustration rares, and hyper rares. I generally can't tell the difference between most of these sometimes. Another easy way to tell is by looking at a card's collector number. Any card with a top number greater than the lower number means it's just that, overnumbered. So yeah, so it's basically the main set was 159. This was 183 as a card number, so this would count as one of them. So we're assuring trainers can still obtain these sweet looking cards by increasing how many overnumbered cards and booster packs trainers are earned simply by playing the game. Some of the ways coming with these updates include the additional daily quest. So I was going to say, does the daily quest give you maybe one of these? But no, okay, that would have been, I guess, a bit too overpowered. But yeah, as well as increasing the trainer points, these quests reward from 45 to 100. Increased battle pass rewards, cool. Increased rank ladder rewards, cool. Additional login gifts, cool. Such as one coming with standard rotation. So we'll the fact that they've highlighted this probably means we should pay attention to it, and maybe it's a really good one. But more rewards through Twitch drops, email newsletters, passcodes, and various other promotions. Okay, cool, whatever. So get ready for all of this and more when Scarlet and Violet Journey Together officially launches in Pokemon TCG Live on March 27th, 2025. And then there's like a bunch of other news regarding Eevee's Prismatic Parade, which I'm sure not many people care about. I've not seen anyone really talk about it positively, so I'm just gonna forget about it really. But if you've enjoyed it, then that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just not a huge fan personally, but these trials, they're really cool. Of course, they're not like a permanent addition necessarily. Like, they might rotate between these, but that would be like a really weird way of doing it. Like, imagine you play through all of these, you decide that, I don't know, Twin Battle is the one that you really enjoyed, and then you have to wait like another 6 weeks or something before it pops up again. So I'm imagining they won't rotate these permanently. I'll imagine this will just be this 9-week set of trials, if that makes sense. And then they'll go away, review them, and be like, okay, these ones are really popular. These ones had the most players trying them. We will add these as an official game mode. I hope that's the plan. I hope they're going into this with a plan that's more than just, here's 9 weeks of an optional game mode that's fun, Because after the 9 weeks, like, what's the point of this icon being in the game, effectively? Do they just update the game and remove it? And that's the last we ever hear of it? I'd like this to be a more permanent thing, but of course, I can't see them adding all of these formats to the base game. Like, I just can't see them doing it because, yeah, we would be splitting your player base up quite a bit at that point. I would think it would take some getting used to. So I'd imagine we'd see at least, well, hopefully 2 or 3 of these in TCG Live. But again, I think we do need to focus on getting expanded out of beta form as well. Like, that needs to be a thing, right? Surely, but yeah, I'm still excited for this. Like, all of these look really fun. Singleton, especially, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Gym Leader Challenge, of course. I've got a lot of GLC videos on the channel now, so definitely looking forward to this one. Silver Series seems kind of fun, and this one seems kind of broken, but I'm curious to see what it turns out like. So yeah, it's been Emma Power. Let me know what you think about all the news down below. And yeah, thank you for watching.